everybody, welcome to Country Girl with Kathy Jarvis, and today we're going to work on the evergreen hue. And most people have been trimming their plants the wrong way, and I am guilty of that also. I would take the hedge trimmers and just shape it the way I wanted it and not give any thought to how it was actually growing or anything about the plant. So what I ended up with was a lot of, let me take you in closer. I ended up with a lot of dead stuff in the center. All that is dead. Only thing that's growing is the outer tips. So we have to get some air and some sunlight down into this part of the plant so that it grows and gets healthier. Because right now it's not really a healthy plant at all. So what we're going to do, put on the gloves, put it back on the stand. We're going to put on our gloves, and we're going to get our little hand nippers. And we're not going to worry about the outside of the plant right now. What we're going to do is go in to the center of this plant, and we're going to clip out the dead stuff next to the, and sometimes you don't have to clip out. Sometimes you can just use your hand and get it out. But what we want to do is we want to get all this excess stuff out of here. Clean it up, okay? All the way down. And you do each one individually. It's going to take a while. Clip off anything that's dead. Get rid of that. If it has any green on it, you leave it. But if it's got no green whatsoever, clip it off. Get it out of that plant. Get it away from the base of the plant. This will allow more air to get into your plant. And like I said, do each limb piece by piece, limb by limb. We're not trimming it, we're not shaping it right now. We're just cleaning it up. Getting all this dead stuff out. And a lot of this is just shavings where it's where you've gone all before with the hedge trimmers and just not got the shavings out. A lot of that is that, and that sits in those branches. It gets in there and it keeps the air from going into the branch. So we're just going to do piece by piece all the way down on this plant. So I suggest you wear gloves and a long sleeve shirt, because this stuff does get itchy. But we're cleaning it out. You'll find a lot of dead stuff completely dead. If it's completely dead, take it completely out, because it's not going to grow back. Just make sure it's dead. And when you cut it off, cut it as close to the stem as you possibly can. And you may have to get your heavy duty ones to get some of this stuff down. But just follow it down and get the dead stuff out. So I'm going to work on that for a while, and then we'll come back to the next step, and I'll show you the next step after that. All right, we're done with getting out all the dead stuff, and that was just today's. I had the same pile yesterday. You'll notice that there's some green in there. That's because I decided I wanted to take everything that was on the ground, touching the ground, I wanted out so that the plant can get more air underneath. Also, you notice if you look real close, you can now see into the plant. You can see all the way through the plant. So it's going to allow the sunlight to go into these areas, and these little ones like this are now going to be able to get sunlight, and they're going to be able to grow. And that way it'll fill out in the inside. And as you can look inside there now, it's clean. It's not got all that little needles and dead stuff that was in there before. Now, next thing I gotta do is shape it. Now at this point, if I really wanted to do the hedge trimmers, I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just use my hand pruners and just kind of prune it into shape. When you're cutting it back, you want to make sure that you don't cut into this area. Well, take this one for a sample. You don't want to cut down to here. If you cut down to here, you'll notice there's no growth on this part, so this branch would most likely die. So you want to cut anywhere above where it's still green. So I'm going to do that. Like I said, I'm just going to use my little hand pruners and just shape it the way I want it, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I get through. Okay, this is what the finished looks like, all trimmed up. It's got plenty of air circulation. It's got circulation of the air underneath now, and we can see through it. You can see the brick wall behind it, which is going to allow air to go through and then allow sunlight. So hopefully this unhealthy plant can become healthy again. Now stay tuned for the next adventure, which is going to be limbing up and pruning the crepe myrtle. So stay tuned for that. Hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when that video comes out. And remember, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. God bless everybody. Bye.